So T.I. called out Burberry over the Noose Hoodie display on the hoodie. And as of late, the luxury fashion houses have been under intense pressure and scrutiny over the past couple of weeks, with case after case of designers creating racially insensitive garments. And Burberry, of course, is the latest. And T.I. has been, one of the most resounding voices in hip-hop, one of the loudest and reverberating voices in hip-hop in regard to boycotting these fashion designers and houses and distributors. And, he just mentioned that he'd be canceling Burberry in the same way he has canceled Gucci, Prada, and Moncler. And T.I. was just saying how these aren't coincidences, referring to the racially charged themes these designers created. And of course, the Burberry CEO came out and said, "We are deeply sorry for the distress caused by one of their products that featured in our AW 2019 runway collection. Though the design was inspired by the marine theme that ran throughout the collection, it was insensitive and we made a mistake." So, if we just keep it real, man, white America and these brands don't need us to sustain and maintain themselves. They have had enough of our money in their coffers, in their investment accounts, in their bank accounts to bankroll that into institutional wealth and power. And now they see their country in their power, white America's power, threatened by the rise of black and brown people all across the country. So they make subtle suggestions like this to show us black and brown people don't get too uppity. This is the way we really feel about y'all in our hearts of hearts. Even though we hide it, this is how we really feel about y'all. The question is, brothers and sisters, do we love ourselves? Because in reality, we can create our own Burberry, we can create our own Gucci, we can create our own Prada and all these other little brands and support each other, right? But most times, most of these high brands, most of these popular brands are supported by the blacks who have gained some degree of notoriety, some degree of popularity, some degree of fame and fortune. A lot of these are not supported by the middle and lower class of black America. So that's why they show these blacks with money. We don't need your money. Go help your people, Negro. This is how we feel about you, Negro. So we have to be wiser with our money, brothers and sisters. the Floyd Mayweathers of the world, all of my brothers with all of this capital, it's very, very important we do something with it while it has a little value. The dollar does not have that much more life in it. In fact, it's on its deathbed getting resuscitated every few years by quantitative easing that the government is bringing back to life. But it's a false bringing back to life. There's been a pacemaker inserted into the heart of this country. Right? It's not a real heart that's driving this economy. It's not real manufacturing and production. As the elite of this country have sucked the life fluid from the country and have pumped it into themselves. So that's why in our lessons, it talks about the 85%, the 10%, the 5%, the bloodsuckers of the poor. So brothers and sisters, we have to support each other like never before. Like never before. We have to go all out when it comes to spending our money with each other. I tell you, my toothpaste, my skincare products, my shea butter, cocoa butter, all that lotion, soaps, all that stuff, man. All our money that we're able to should be going towards our people, right? When it comes to investments, try to invest with your brothers. Find a way to circulate our dollars. And let's support designers and brands who are made by our people, or at least are distributed by people so that they're getting a cut. So, this is nothing new. Salute to T.I., man, for using his bully pulpit to continuously utilize his vocal cords for the ringing of truth. And big respect to T.I., man. Big respect to T.I. But this is nothing new to all of us. This is no news that Burberry would come out with a Noose Hoodie, as we're seeing more and more as of late. More and more of our brothers getting hung. And they're so cowardly. They don't do it out in the open. They catch black men when they are by themselves and it's 3 or 4 in them. And these type of things happen. So we have to be on alert. We have to be on our post. We can't be out late at night just wandering around. Because a lot of times that's how they catch us, when we by ourselves, drunk, staggering, other than ourselves. And that allows them an opportunity to do evil to us, brothers and sisters. We should be in our residencies at a decent hour. Sisters, if you are not with your husband, your brother, your father, you should not be out at night, late at night. If you're not around men who are there to protect you, to give their life for you, You should not be out if you're not working. Right? And I'm saying this out of love, not that I'm trying to have a Lord type mentality over you. No, I'm saying that out of concern for my sisters. As if you recall, I think it was some months ago, some sisters got stabbed on the DART train by white supremacists. They are looking for easy targets. Our elderly, our women, black men at night by themselves. Right? And to think a lot of these cowards that are committing these acts are still out here roaming around. We have to have more of a village type mentality. We have to go over to our neighbors, get acquainted with our neighbors, introduce ourselves to our neighbors. Right? Because you'll never know when we need each other, right? When we'll be needing to stand shoulder to shoulder, side by side, as if we were brick and mortar. So let us strive, brothers and sisters, to continue to support each other. So let's all give a virtual salute to our brother T.I. This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing off. Peace.